Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James continues to defy expectations as he enters his 23rd NBA season at 41 years old. The veteran forward has made history by becoming the first player in league history to compete for this many years, and his remarkable longevity remains one of the most impressive storylines in professional basketball. What makes James's extended career even more noteworthy is not simply the duration of his time in the league, but rather the exceptional level of performance he maintains on a nightly basis. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. The dedication required to compete at such a high level after more than 2 decades in the league sets James apart from his peers and predecessors. His commitment to physical preparation, mental readiness, and overall basketball excellence demonstrates a work ethic that few athletes across any sport can match. This unwavering devotion to the game has allowed him to remain a vital contributor for the Lakers while continuing to produce at an elite level that would be remarkable for a player half his age. When asked about the source of his enduring passion and commitment to basketball, James offered insight into his mindset and the principles that guide his approach to the game. The Lakers star emphasized his deep respect for basketball and the importance of honoring the sport that has given him so much throughout his career. He made it clear that maintaining his high standards is not negotiable, regardless of his age or accumulated achievements. James explained his philosophy by invoking a profound respect for what he calls the basketball gods. He stated firmly that he would never disrespect these forces by giving anything less than his complete effort and dedication. This reverence for the game drives him to put in the necessary time, effort, and commitment across all aspects of his preparation. Whether focusing on mental preparation, physical conditioning, or spiritual readiness, James approaches every element with the same intensity he displayed earlier in his career. The 4-time NBA champion elaborated on his comprehensive approach to maintaining his performance level. He explained that every time he steps onto the court, whether for a game or a practice session, he strives to set an example for his teammates and the younger generation of players who look up to him. This responsibility to lead by example extends beyond just his performance during games and includes every aspect of his professional conduct. James also acknowledged the personal dimension of his commitment, referencing his son, Bronny James, who is also part of the Lakers organization. The presence of his son adds another layer of motivation for LeBron to maintain his standards and demonstrate the proper way to approach professional basketball. He emphasized that he cannot afford to take shortcuts or compromise his principles, knowing that his son is watching and learning from his example every day. To underscore his philosophy about respecting the game, James referenced the legendary rapper Jay-Z, quoting one of his famous lyrics to make his point. He stated that those who cannot respect his dedication and approach to basketball have a fundamentally flawed perspective on what it means to be a professional athlete. The quote serves as both an explanation of his mindset and a challenge to anyone who questions his commitment to excellence. Lakers head coach Reddick recently spoke about his observations of James since joining the organization. Reddick expressed that being around LeBron on a daily basis has provided him with a unique perspective on the superstar's dedication to his craft. The first-year head coach noted that witnessing James's preparation routine and commitment firsthand has been enlightening, showing him the true level of devotion required to perform at such a high level for so long. Reddick's comments highlight how James's influence extends beyond his on-court contributions, serving as a blueprint for younger players. The Lakers are currently navigating a challenging season, and James's leadership both on and off the court remains crucial to the team's success. His ability to maintain peak performance while also mentoring younger players creates value that extends far beyond traditional statistics. This dual role as both elite performer and team leader makes him invaluable to the Lakers organization. James has accomplished virtually everything possible in professional basketball throughout his illustrious career. He has won multiple NBA championships, earned numerous MVP awards, and broken countless records. Despite these achievements, his competitive fire burns as brightly as ever, driven by his fundamental respect for basketball and refusal to compromise his standards. The Lakers star's recent comments about his dedication provide insight into the mindset that has sustained him throughout his unprecedented career. His reference to never cheating the game, combined with his invocation of Jay-Z's wisdom about respect, encapsulates the philosophy that has guided him through 23 NBA seasons. This approach ensures that when his career eventually concludes, no one will be able to question whether he gave basketball everything he had. The Los Angeles Lakers find themselves approaching a critical juncture as the 2026 NBA trade deadline draws near. The organization faces mounting pressure to make significant roster improvements if they hope to transform their current squad into a legitimate championship contender. With the deadline fast approaching, Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka and his front office staff are actively exploring various options to upgrade the team's talent level and address glaring roster weaknesses. One of the primary challenges facing the Lakers in their pursuit of roster upgrades is their limited collection of tradable assets. The team's ability to make impactful deals is severely constrained by the scarcity of draft capital at their disposal. Currently, Pelinka has access to just one tradable first-round selection, which must come from either the 2031 or 2032 draft class. This limitation significantly restricts the Lakers' flexibility when attempting to negotiate with other teams. In response to this challenging situation, the Lakers front office has devised a creative strategy to maximize their trading potential. According to reports from Yahoo Sports NBA insider Kevin O'Connor, the organization is actively working to convert their single future first-round pick into multiple selections. This approach would involve trading their 2032 first-round choice to acquire several picks that may individually hold less value but collectively provide greater flexibility in trade negotiations. The strategy the Lakers are pursuing mirrors a similar transaction executed by the Phoenix Suns approximately 1 year ago. In that deal, the Suns traded their 2031 first-round pick to the Utah Jazz in exchange for 3 separate first-round selections in the 2025, 2027, and 2029 drafts. While each of those individual picks carried less value than the single 2031 selection, the quantity of assets gave Phoenix more pieces to work with when structuring trades. O'Connor provided detailed insight into the Lakers' current approach to the trade market. He explained that the organization is actively attempting to package players such as Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent together in a deal that would bring back a quality wing player. These two players represent salary filler that could help match contracts in potential trades, and the Lakers hope to combine them with draft capital to acquire an impact player. The most intriguing aspect of the Lakers' strategy involves their efforts to shop the 2032 first-round pick around the league. Team executives are gauging interest from other organizations to determine if they can exchange this single distant pick for 2 or 3 first-round selections in earlier draft years. If successful, this maneuver would fundamentally alter the Lakers' trading capacity at the deadline. The practical implications of converting one pick into multiple selections are significant. If the Lakers were to successfully trade their 2032 pick and acquire selections in, for example, the 2027 and 2029 drafts, they would then unlock the ability to trade additional picks from their own future. Under current NBA rules, this would grant them access to trade their 2026, 2028, and 2030 first-round picks, dramatically expanding their arsenal of tradable assets. With an expanded collection of draft picks, the Lakers would have multiple strategic options available at the trade deadline. They could choose to package multiple picks together along with players like Vincent, Vanderbilt, or Maxi Kleber to pursue a high-level target. Alternatively, they could spread their assets across several smaller deals to address multiple roster needs simultaneously. The Lakers have identified several potential trade targets that align with their roster needs. Wing players remain the primary focus, with names like Herb Jones from the New Orleans Pelicans and Trey Murphy from the same organization appearing on their wish list. However, acquiring either of these players would likely require a substantial package of assets that the Lakers currently lack. The complexity of the Lakers' situation is amplified by the competitive nature of the trade market, as 3 and D wing players are in high demand across the entire league. Beyond shooting, the Lakers desperately need to bolster their perimeter defense and add athleticism to their wing rotation. The current roster lacks the type of versatile two-way wing players that are essential for success in the modern NBA. Finding players who can defend multiple positions while also providing competent offensive contributions would significantly upgrade the team's overall capabilities. Time is becoming a critical factor for the Lakers as the trade deadline approaches. The organization must balance the urgency of maximizing LeBron James's remaining elite years with the long-term health of the franchise. Trading away future draft picks represents a significant commitment that could impact the team's ability to rebuild or reload in subsequent years. Pelinka's reputation for creative deal-making will be tested in the coming weeks as he attempts to extract maximum value from the Lakers' limited resources. The NBA trade market officially opened for business with the arrival of January 15th, a date that makes numerous players across the league eligible to be traded for the first time this season. This significant milestone has intensified speculation around potential deals as teams begin positioning themselves for the February trade deadline. The Los Angeles Lakers are among the most active organizations surveying the marketplace, searching for potential additions that could elevate their championship prospects. Among the various names circulating in trade rumors, Golden State Warriors forward Jonathan Kuminga has emerged as a particularly intriguing option for the Lakers. The 23-year-old wing represents exactly the type of young, athletic talent that could provide both immediate impact and long-term value for Los Angeles. His combination of physical tools, scoring ability, and defensive potential makes him an attractive target for multiple teams around the league. Kuminga possesses the kind of athleticism and versatility that teams covet in the modern NBA. His ability to score at multiple levels, combined with his size and agility, gives him the foundation to become a high-level two-way player. Throughout his time with the Warriors, he has demonstrated flashes of brilliance that suggest his ceiling remains considerably higher than his current production level. These tantalizing glimpses of elite potential have kept executives across the league monitoring his situation closely. However, Kuminga's time with Golden State has been complicated by ongoing friction with head coach Steve Kerr. The relationship between player and coach has proven difficult to navigate over the past 2 seasons, leading to inconsistent playing time and role uncertainty for the young forward. Kerr has frequently moved Kuminga in and out of the rotation, sometimes benching him entirely despite his obvious talent. This instability has frustrated the player and prevented him from establishing consistent rhythm and confidence. The tension between Kuminga and the Warriors coaching staff reached a critical point when reports surfaced that the forward had requested a trade. This development signaled that the relationship had deteriorated beyond simple growing pains or typical player-coach disagreements. For a young player with significant potential to formally ask out of his situation suggests deep-seated issues that may be impossible to resolve while he remains with Golden State. Now that Kuminga has become trade eligible, speculation about his next destination has intensified significantly. Many league insiders believe the Warriors will ultimately move him before the February deadline, rather than risk losing him for nothing in free agency, or continuing to deal with an unhappy player. This expectation has prompted numerous teams, including the Lakers, to evaluate whether they can construct an acceptable trade package. According to a comprehensive report from The Athletic's Marcus Thompson II, Sam Amick, and Nick Friedel, the Lakers have expressed interest in acquiring Kuminga. League and team sources confirmed that Los Angeles views the young forward as a potential fit for their roster needs. However, the report also indicates that formal trade discussions between the Lakers and Warriors have not yet taken place, with Golden State currently aware of the interest and monitoring how the situation develops. The Lakers' interest in Kuminga makes strategic sense from multiple perspectives. At just 23 years old, he fits the timeline of being able to contribute immediately while also representing a potential cornerstone for the franchise's future. Taking a calculated gamble on a player with his physical tools and upside could yield enormous dividends if the Lakers can unlock his full potential. The possibility of acquiring a young star in the making is always appealing, especially when that player addresses clear roster needs. Reports suggest the Lakers have been monitoring Kuminga's situation for an extended period. Their interest did not suddenly materialize in recent weeks, but rather has been building throughout the past several months. This sustained attention indicates genuine belief in his development potential, particularly if placed in a more stable environment with clearly defined expectations. While Kuminga is primarily known for his offensive capabilities, he has also shown flashes of being an effective defender when fully engaged and motivated. The Lakers desperately need help with their perimeter defense, which has been a persistent weakness throughout the current season. Adding a player with Kuminga's size, athleticism, and defensive potential could significantly improve the team's ability to contain opposing wings and guards. The major question surrounding any potential deal involves what price the Lakers would need to pay to acquire Kuminga. Determining fair value for a young player with star potential but inconsistent production is always challenging. Another complicating factor is the divisional rivalry between the Lakers and Warriors. Golden State may be reluctant to trade a young, talented player to a division opponent. The coming weeks will reveal whether the Lakers can transform their interest in Kuminga into a concrete trade proposal that satisfies Golden State's demands.